This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me again today. And 2 police officers have just been jailed for 2 years for taking selfies with the dead bodies of victims at the murder scene. The story of Bibaa Nicole I've covered on the channel from the moment that the story broke. Thank you to Dave Nathan for his help in covering and going to the crime scene to document events. The police officers were sacked 2 months ago, and today they've been jailed for 2 years and 9 months after taking inappropriate photographs at the scene of a double murder. Deniz Jaffer, 47 years old, and PC Lewis, 33, worked at the North East Basic Command Unit, and they were sentenced at the Old Bailey on Monday the 6th of December. They previously pled guilty to misconduct in the public office, and the Assistant Commissioner Helen Ball said, "Our thoughts are with the family and friends of Bibaa and Nicole Smallman, and I am very sorry that during the difficult time that their lives were taken, that their family had to go for the ordeal of the police taking photos of their dead bodies and sharing them around WhatsApp groups." She goes on to say the former police officers have been jailed and punished for their actions. They were utterly unprofessional, disrespectful and deeply insensitive. All of us in the Met and wider police are horrified by their behaviour and the shameful acts. An accelerated misconduct hearing was held for the officers on Wednesday the 24th of November, and the hearing was to determine allegations their actions breached the standards of professional behaviour in relation to the discreditable conduct and integrity, equality and diversity, authority, respect and courtesy that is expected of all police. The allegations were proven true, and PC Lewis was dismissed without notice, and it was determined that PC Jaffer would have been sacked if he didn't resign. Both police officers have been barred from ever becoming police again. On the 17th of June 2020, the Directorate of Professional Standards was informed that the 2 officers were accused of taking photographs, and this occurred inside Friant Country Park in Wembley after the murders of Bibaa and Nicole. The sisters were murdered on the 6th of June 2020, and their bodies were found the following day. During the early hours of the 8th of June, PC Jaffer and Lewis were placed on the cordon to protect the crime scene. They left their post to take pictures on their mobile phones of the victims and also the crime scene. They shared it on a WhatsApp group that they called the A-Team, and 41 police officers were involved in this WhatsApp group, and there was accusations made that this was a problem within the police. The officers were charged and prosecuted the following April in 2021 and pled guilty to the offences on the 2nd of November this year and were sentenced on the 2nd of December. The IOPC have made 2 recommendations to the Metropolitan Police, and the first is to ensure that all officers within a single police station at the North East Command conform to the expectations of the behaviour under the Code of Ethics whilst on and off duty, and are aware that failure to do so could severely damage the public confidence in police. The second was that the Metropolitan Police review whether supervisors and senior management at the police station are taking personal responsibility to identify and eliminate patterns of inappropriate behaviour. And they also want to review to simultaneously promote a safe and open culture of explaining that police are doing the wrong thing, if so. So in this case, they don't want officers to feel ashamed or pressured not to say something if their colleagues are doing something inappropriate. They finish off in the recommendations to say that they want a senior officer to overlook all of these implementations and make sure that they are completed throughout the organisation. I've done 3 videos on Bibaa and Nicole. Over the time researching the story, I learnt a lot about them, and they were both kind people and did not deserve anything that happened to them. The sisters were murdered during lockdown last year while they were celebrating Bieber's birthday inside a park. Nobody could meet up inside houses, so when people had parties or birthdays to celebrate, it was very common that people met up outside to have a few drinks and some cake, etc. And the sisters were celebrating in Friant Country Park, having a picnic and playing music. Their friends ended up leaving at around 11:30, and the 2 sisters were alone, and at 1:30 in the morning, the police believe, is when they was attacked and stabbed to death by Daniel Hussein. He's 19 years old, and he was convicted in court for the murders of the 2 girls. He told police that he'd made a pact with the devil in order to win £321 million in a lottery if he murdered women, and he also signed a letter with blood. Police said that the killing spree was only stopped because he cut himself when he was attacking the girls, and this left evidence at the scene. Bibaa and Nicole's mother said that no one expects their child to die before them, and to have two of your children taken in such a horrendous way is of course very incomprehensible. It was later reported that Hussein had already been reported to the anti-radicalisation prevent programme by the age of 15 because he'd been communicating with people online from the far-right mythology Norse group. So this would be far-right racism groups, and police said that they could not rule out there was a racist element to the selection of Hussein's victims. He prepared for the killings by buying knives from Asda and also a black balaclava from Amazon, and signed up to the lottery betting website in the early hours of June the 6th the same year. He travelled to Frying Country Park where the sisters were celebrating Miss Henry's birthday, and they were laughing and dancing with fairy lights. Hussein stabbed Miss Henry 8 times and then murdered Miss Smallman, who was stabbed 28 times. And he was later caught on camera returning to his father's home in the early hours of the morning after the killing. Over the next 10 days, Hussein spent £162 on lottery tickets without any success, and the sisters were reported missing by their worried families on June the 6th. Police officers were deployed the next day, and shortly before they arrived, Miss Smallman's partner Adam Stone found their bodies entwined in bushes. Hussein was arrested on the 1st of July, and police were able to link his DNA found at the scene to his father, who had a previous caution. Searches of his bedroom in his house and his mother's home in southeast London uncovered bags of spells, handwritten demon symbols, and 2 blood packs. He pledged to kill 6 women every 6 months in order to win the mega lottery and the jackpot, and he said that he would make a demon deal and make a gift so that they would fall in love with him. The detective in charge of the case said that Hussein behaved like a belligerent child, and he was very immature for his age, and he was a very dangerous individual even as young as he was. So I'm really happy that the family have got a little bit of justice. Obviously, nothing can take away the fact of how they disrespected the bodies, but at the same time, it is something. So rest in peace to Bibaa and Nicole, and I'm glad that we've got a bit of closure with this story, and I wish all the best for her family in the future. Please don't forget you can send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com, and follow me online as well at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and TikTok, and I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.